Luxury cars are amazing until the warranty runs out. Suddenly, every repair feels like a mortgage payment. So we put the Mercedes E-Class, BMW 3 Series, and Audi A4 to the test, past 100,000 miles, to see which one actually holds up. And wait till you hear which brand owners say easily hits 200K with minimal issues. Chapter 1. Mercedes E-Class. Let's kick off with the S-Class's posh little brother, the Mercedes E-Class. This thing's been the boardroom cruiser since the 90s, but we're zeroing in on 3 gens that hit the roads when your phone was still flippy. The W211 from 2002 to 2009, the W212 from 2009 to 2016, and the current-ish W213 from 2016 to 2023. Spoiler, Mercs love to boast about bulletproof engineering, but after 100,000, it's less bulletproof and more bullet-riddled with caveats. We'll break it down by engines that could outlast your mortgage, suspensions that sag like a bad facelift, electronics gremlins, common cock-ups, and hard stats from the School of Hard Knocks. Start with the W211. Think of it as the grizzled veteran that chain-smoked through the noughties. Engine longevity? These M112 and M113 V6s and V8s are tanks. Owners rave about 400,000 to 600,000 miles, if you treat them to regular oil changes and don't skimp on the synthetic. Real-world data from forums like MB World shows over 70% of high-milers hitting 200,000 without major heart surgery. But here's the cheeky bit. Past 100,000, oil leaks sprout like weeds. Valve covers, oil coolers, you name it. Budget $650 to $1,300 for seals, if you're not the DIY type. Suspension? Airmatic systems on the fancy ones deflate faster than a politician's promises. Expect $2,600 plus for a rebuild around $120,000. Electronics? SAM modules fail like faulty alarm clocks, causing dashboard freakouts. Fix at $400 to $800. Common failures? Rust on the subframe in salty climates. And that 722.6 Autobox can shudder if fluids neglected. Reliability stats? What car gives it a middling 3 out of 5 for long-term? But owner surveys on Reliability Index clock it at 85 out of 100 for engines alone. If you snag a well-serviced one, it's a comfy beast to $250K. Neglect it, and you're funding Mercedes Yacht Club. Fast forward to the W212, the facelifted charmer that tried to fix the W211's bad habits. This gen's a reliability dark horse, surprisingly solid for a Merc, with owners calling it the most dependable modern Benz on Reddit threads. Engines like the M276 V6 or OM642 diesel, gold stars for longevity. One Swiss wagon hit 400,000 miles with the original mill purring. Post 100K stats from Consumer Reports show 82% trouble-free to 150K, beating many rivals. But electronics strike back. Those fancy command infotainments glitch out, costing $1,050 to resurrect. Suspension's improved, but control arms wear by $120,000, $550 fix. And the 7G-tronic box needs fluid swaps every $40,000, or it hunts gears like a lost puppy. Common gotchas? Carbon buildup on direct injection petrols clogs intakes by $80,000. $800 walnut blast sorts it. Maintenance? Steeper than a ski slope. but forums report average annual costs at $1,600 post-warranty. Overall, J.D. Power scores it 78 out of 100. It's the E-Class that laughs at 200,000 miles, if you feed it premium fuel and love. Now, the W213, the sleek Sophisticate still in showrooms. Early adopters on MB World forums dubbed the M276 3.0 TTV6 the most reliable MB engine in 20 years, with 0 major failures to 150,000 in owner logs. Diesel OM654, equally stout, sipping fuel while shrugging off 200K. Reliability data's glowing. CarBuzz ranks this gen top for E-Class, with just 12 NHTSA complaints per 100,000 vehicles, way below average. Suspension's adaptive and durable, holding firm to 180,000 barring pothole abuse. Electronics? Fewer gremlins than predecessors, though pixelated screens pop up. $1,300 display swap. Common issues: AdBlue system clogs on diesels, $550, and 9G-tronic trans can hesitate if not serviced. Fluid change every 60,000 keeps it slick. High mileage tales? A 2022 E450 all-terrain at 66K miles is trouble-free, per Bimmer Post crossovers. And Quora vets push 250K with ease. Stats-wise, what car hits 4 out of 5? And predicted lifespan? 300K plus miles for the diligent. It's the E-Class that ages like fine wine. Posh, potent, and punishing, if you ignore the service light. Chapter 2. BMW 3 Series. The BMW 3 Series. The driver's car that whispers, "Ultimate," while plotting your next track day. We're eyeing the E90 from 2005 to 2013, F30 from 2011 to 2019, and the razor-sharp G20 from 2018 onward. These aren't just sedans. They're scalpel wielders on wheels. But post 100K, it's a tale of turbo triumphs, transmission tantrums, sky-high maintenance bills, and stats that say, rewarding if you're rich in spanners. Long-term performance hinges on oil changes more religious than Sunday Mass. Let's dissect. The E90, iconic, analog, and oddly bulletproof, like the BMW that forgot to be fragile. Engine-wise, the N52 straight 6 is a longevity legend. Bimmerfest owners report 250,000 miles with original timing chains intact. N54 twin-turbo? Feistier, but thirstier for injectors. High-pressure fuel pumps fail by $80,000, $1,050 fix. Yet 70% hit $150,000 per one addict surveys. Transmission. ZF 6-speed autos hold to 200K if fluid's fresh. Manuals? Immortal. Suspension's taut but bushings creak at $120,000, 650 refresh. Electronics? iDrive 1.0 crashes like a 90s computer. $550 module swap. Common failures. Oil filter housing gaskets weep post 100,000, and Vanos seals harden, $800. Reliability stats? Reddit's r/BMW Tech calls them dead reliable, to 240,000 miles, with Consumer Reports at 4 out of 5. Annual costs average $1,300. But it's the threer that grins at quarter miles, quarter millions, with proper care. Enter the F30. Turbocharged tech fest that amped the fun but dialed up the drama. Long-term performance? N22.0T shines to 100K, but timing chains stretch by 120K. $2,600. Nightmare. Catch it early via rattle. N55 3.0T fares better with 85% reliability to 150K per BimmerPost polls. Diesels? Rock solid to 200K. Transmission woes. 8-speed autos glitch if neglected, $2,000 solenoid packs, and manuals stay loyal. Suspension. Adaptive M units wear dampers at $130,000, $1,600. Electronics. Battery drain from modules, $400. Common hits. Water pumps weep, $550, and turbo seals puff by $110,000. Stats. Quora says 200K plus possible, but J.D. Power docks to 75 out of 100 for early models. Maintenance? $2,000 per year post 100,000. Pricey, but owners on YouTube's long-term reviews call it surprisingly reliable, if you preempt the pumps. It's the 3 Series that rewards the wrench turner with grins per gallon. The G20, BMW's current ace, blending razor handling with reluctant reliability. High mileage data's emerging, but it's promising. What car rates at 97.5% for petrols, with diesels at 96%? B48 2.0T engines? Bulletproof to 200K per Greenwich BMW, with just coolant leaks as the boogeyman. $650 hoses or pump. Transmissions. 8-speed ZF's a gem if serviced every 50,000 to 80% issue free to 150,000. Suspension holds firm, though electric steering feels numb. No fix, just cope. Electronics. Minimal gripes, bar infotainment freezes, $800. Common issues. Oil filter housing cracks at $120,000, $950. But forums like G20 BimmerPost log perfect at $66,000. Stats. Predicted 200K plus lifespan. J.D. Power 79 out of 100. Annual costs? $1,600. BMW's best behaved in decades. It's the death that could outlast your grudges, sleek and sorted. Chapter 3. Audi A4. Finally, the Audi A4, the understated overlord with quattro grip that makes winters weep. We're on the B8 from 2008 to 2016 and B9 from 2015 to now. These are the all-wheel drive ninjas, but after 100,000 it's quattro durability versus turbo tantrums, oil guzzling, sagging suspensions, electronic enigmas, and stats that scream premium problems, premium fixes. Think Swiss Army knife, versatile, until the blade snaps. The B8, the gen that taught Audi's humility, or tried to. Quattro systems a durability dream. Haldex clutches last 200,000 with fluid swaps $400 per 40,000 miles. Engines? 2.0 TFSI turbos hit 170,000 post-piston ring fix. That oil-burning plague at $100,000, $4,000 if Audi doesn't cover. V6s, stouter, 85% to $150,000 per Audazine. Transmission, Multitronic CVTs whine by $120,000, $5,300 swap, avoid. S-Tronics hold better. Suspension, front control arms clunk at $110,000, $800. Electronics, coil packs misfire, $250 per pack. Common failures, turbo actuators stick, $1,050, and carbon buildup chokes intakes. Stats, redriven YouTube flags oil woes, but owners hit $250,000 problem-free with maintenance. Reliability index, 3.5 out of 5. Annual costs $1,850. It's the A4 that grips tight but sips oil like a vampire. Sort the rings early, and it's golden. The B9, Audi's redemption arc. Sleek and sorted. Long-term? Extremely reliable, per Reddit. B9's breeze past 100K with 90% issue-free logs on Audi World. EA888 2.0T? Solid to 220,000 miles, though coolant leaks. Hoses, pump, tank, $800 kit. Lurk at 120,000. Quattro? Even tougher, with 95% durability to 150,000. Transmissions. S-Tronic dual clutch serviced every 40,000 lasts forever. $1,350 if ignored. Suspension. Adaptive setups wear bushings at $140,000. $1,050. Electronics. MMI glitches rare. $650 screen. Common hits. Thermostat failures. $550. But diesel ultras clock 100,000 kilometers flawlessly on owner vids. Stats. Quora pegs 250,000 lifespan. What car? 4 out of 5 rating. Annual maintenance? $1,450. B9's the A4 that finally chills out. Quattro conquering commutes without the drama. So now you know how Mercedes, BMW, and Audi hold up past 100,000. But what about the true long-distance legends? Watch our previous video. 10 luxury cars that last 300,000 plus miles to find out.